Welcome back to Cooking with Jessi. Today I've got 3 quick and easy meals using ground beef. These are so fast, so easy, and perfect for a busy weeknight. They are all super family friendly and perfect for picky eaters if you have those. So if you are interested in these recipes and you need some ideas for this week, then definitely stay tuned. First up, we have wet burritos. Honestly, these turned out like enchiladas that I make, but just tiny bit different, but either way, wet burritos, enchiladas, call them what you will. We're going to take some ground beef and brown that up in our pan, and I'm adding some of this seasoning minced onion, but you can definitely use fresh minced onion if you prefer. But like I said, I have a house full of picky eaters, so this is my favorite seasoning when something calls for onions. And then I am going to go ahead and add in 1 can of refried beans to my ground beef once I've drained it. I do use a lean ground beef, so a lot of times I don't even need to drain it, but sometimes there's a little bit of grease in there. So if you have grease, go ahead and drain that and then add in your can of refried beans. I can't talk. And then you're going to go in and add some sour cream. You need a 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then next it calls for a packet of taco seasoning. So I'm adding that in there. You can use whatever taco seasoning you like. I typically just buy whatever brand of mild. They all taste the same to me. I've never noticed a huge difference. And then the recipe does call for salsa, a 1/2 cup of your favorite, but I don't like salsa. My picky eaters don't like salsa. So I just added in a little bit of enchilada sauce and that worked. So you're going to take your baking dish and you are going to go ahead and put about 1/2 can of enchilada sauce on the bottom. Instead of greasing it, you'll just do the enchilada sauce. So just take about 1/2 can and put that on the bottom of your baking dish. And then I'm cleaning up my workspace here because I'm going to have a little assembly line to make my burritos. So I'm just cleaning it up really quick. And then I laid down one of these silicone baking sheets that I got on Amazon, and I love these. I use these in place of aluminum foil because I recently discovered aluminum foil is not good for us at all. So I've been trying to take it out where I can. So I got this pack of 2, and I will have some linked for you in the description box if you want to get some. This recipe did call for large burrito size tortillas, and that's what I ordered when I did my pickup, but these are not large, so it's okay. I made it work. You're going to spoonful in the mixture, sprinkle that with some cheese. It really doesn't matter what cheese. I think I was just using like a triple cheddar here. And then you're going to go ahead and fold them into your burritos, and I'm going to try to show you how to do that. And Hinky wants a sucker. That's my son. Okay, so you are going to fold over the sides lengthwise, and then you're going to start rolling from the bottom and roll it all the way up. And this was a messy process, but it is what it is. So you're going to fold in the sides, like basically fold it in half, and then fold up the bottom, and then just roll it to the top, and then just keep doing that. And hopefully you can figure it out. If not, you can watch a YouTube tutorial like I had to do, because if I'm being honest, that's what I had to do. Okay, and after you've got them all rolled up, you are going to go ahead and place them into the baking dish on top of that enchilada sauce. And then you're going to take another can of enchilada sauce and you are going to pour that entire can over the top of them. All right, and then I'm taking this Mexican cheese and sprinkling that over the top. And if you watch my videos, you know I just dumped the whole bag on there because I love cheese. So you can do however much cheese you like, but I'm just spreading it over the top here. And I'm going to bake this uncovered at 375 for 20 minutes. You're basically just wanting to melt that cheese. And I did have to use aluminum foil here because I don't know a great alternative, but if you do, definitely let me know in the comments. But this is how they turned out. Super delicious. Loved these. The whole family loves these. And they make great leftovers as well. Okay, next up is Sloppy Joe Casserole with a manwich, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that my 2-year-old son is running around while I'm doing this voiceover, so you've already heard him a couple of times, and you'll probably hear him again. I'm trying my best to do the whole mom thing and make this video for you, so hopefully you don't mind. But anyways, for this recipe, of course, you're going to get your ground beef, and by the way, I'm using 1 pound, but you can definitely use more and just double this if you have a larger family. And then I added in those minced onions, and then for some reason, this one called for 2 different sizes of manwich, 24 ounce and a 15 ounce, which is weird. But I did notice at the grocery store that they have this seasoning packet for sloppy joes. So I just wanted to show you that that is an option as well. I don't know if it would have made this any better or less, but I just went ahead and used the 2 cans of manwich. I'm mixing that in with my ground beef, and then it called for shredded Velveeta. So I just dumped the entire bag of that in there, and I'm gonna let that all melt together while I am cooking the pasta on the side. So for the pasta, it did call for the bow tie noodles, and it called for basically the entire box, and it says to cook them al dente, which is how I prefer them anyways. So you're just going to follow the instructions on your pasta. It's usually about 9 to 10 minutes, and I just dumped that whole box in there, and I'm going to cook those, and then once they are done, obviously drain them and then add them into that sauce mixture that I have, and then mix that all together really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this in my greased baking dish. You are going to have your oven set to 350, and you're going to grease your baking dish, add that in there, and then of course top with cheese, and you can use any cheese that you like and as much as you like. It's all up to your preference. I believe I just used a regular cheddar cheese. You are going to bake this for 25 minutes uncovered, and this is how it came out. Now I'm going to be honest, I didn't love this one, but my family did. But I'm not a huge fan of sloppy joes, but it did taste a lot like sloppy joes, just with pasta instead of bread. Okay, and for the next one, it's taco shells and cheese. Of course, I'm taking my ground beef and browning that. This one was supposed to be a stuffed shells one, but I could not find the jumbo shells in the store, so I just made this my way, and it's honestly easier this way. So you're going to take your taco seasoning. This one also called for a cup of mild salsa. Definitely do that if you like salsa, but again, picky eaters. So I just added in a little bit of tomato sauce in mine. I figured that would be a good dupe for the salsa. But then you're going to add in 4 ounces of cream cheese, and then you're going to mix that all together and let it melt. And then while that is melting and cooking together, you're going to go ahead and make your pasta. And so I just did medium shells, and instead of stuffing these, I just mixed it all together, and it made it a lot easier. Then you're going to take your enchilada sauce, and you're going to spread that out over the bottom of your baking dish. And then for a side, I decided to do this fire roasted corn, which is kind of funny because it literally does not pair with a taco Mexican style dish at all, because this is like a grilled flavor, but this corn is amazing. So if you can find it in your store. You want zombies? Yeah. Okay, he wants to watch zombies on the TV. If you can find the corn in your store, it is really good, and it would pair great with like meat and potatoes. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the oven. I mixed my pasta in once I drained it with that mixture, and then I'm just adding that to my baking dish. This one did call for you to add enchilada sauce in with the pasta, and I did not do that because it scared me that it was going to be too much, but I actually do recommend doing that. So before you put it in to your baking dish, add another can of enchilada sauce, mix it up really good, and this one was amazing. And the corn was really good too, even though it was kind of a weird mixture. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one.